I know Miss Jobs. I know Linda Jobs, Steve Jobs' wife. She used to go to synagogue with me at Temple of Beth Israel in Seattle, Washington. You know she was Jewish? I'm disgusted with the iPhone. I know that the new iPhone 6 will not be a phone at all.
Really?
It'll actually be a gauntlet on your arm. I've seen it. I've seen it on display in Seattle. It shows you how much weight you've lost and what pair of jeans you can fit into. It's called Reality. The library that I actually, on Cape Cod, you can actually rent video games from libraries.
Did I hear that you're working on Bioshock?
I work for Irrational Games. I do the artwork.
You do the artwork?
I work with the director of art of research at Irrational in Quincy, Mass.
You don't do testing for it?
No, I don't do game testing. Game testers get paid $190,000 a month. I get paid $150 million a week just to do artwork.
You make $150 million a week or a month?
A month. Well, Gearbox Software they're creating we're working on the new Gears of War Judgment.
You like Gears of War?
I did some artwork for the Vigors and Nostrums and Bioshock Infinite. Actually, it's called Infinite.
You do the artwork for the game or
for the game? For the game and the guides. If there's an option for this where you can see them with X-ray. Or have the ability from James Bond with the X-ray glasses where you can see everything.
It might be a privacy issue.
In real life, I actually have one of these, a Stratocaster by Gibson Paul. Actually, I actually don't own it. It's a friend of mine owns it. It's a triple neck guitar, 3 necks. Yeah, I own Legends of Rock for the PlayStation 2. So I have a family member who works for LucasArts, not Lucasfilm, because they were bought by Disney, the Tyrannical Empire, Disney. He works in the art department. They're working on a new Star Wars game. Remember the Star Wars Galaxies? You play as a Jedi, you play as a Sith, you play as the Empire. You don't get to choose what you want to do. Well, in Star Wars 1313, you're a bounty hunter. I get to be as a Mandalorian because I love the Mandalorians. The armor that Jango Fett wears is not his. He actually took it from his mentor, Jasper Fell, when he died in the Mandalorian Wars versus the Overwatch. I know they actually tried to create a film for Rockstar for games for Grand Theft Auto, but it was banned. I was watching this. You should watch this video on YouTube. It's called the Top 5 Banned Games. Number 1 banned game is Mortal Kombat. You know why? Because when Mortal Kombat was created, it was so violent and so adult that the ESRB board was created, the Electronic Software Rating Board, the ESRB, the one that rates all the games. It was created when Mortal Kombat came out, so like it killed all the other ratings for all the other violent games. Manhunt was so horrible that it was so gory that they had to rate it, and they had to cut out some of the scenes so they could sell it in stores. Number 5 was Carmageddon. Carmageddon, they had to change the characters in the blood to green in the characters. Originally, it was you ran over pedestrians and then you had red blood. But they didn't mind because it doesn't matter if you play a game and you run over zombies with green blood, because that doesn't count, because people won't be bothered by that. Number 4, banned games. Wolfenstein 3D. It was banned from the iPod and the iPhone and the iPad because it was so gory and because they had the German insignias all over them, the Nazi insignias. And they also took out Hitler from the main game because it was German. Number 3 is Postal. Because you could do a really lot of bad things. You could pee on people, you could set people on fire, you could do all kinds of things like videos. They have this cat you put on your shotgun to make it a silencer, so you shoots at the cat's ass. A silencer. They also made a movie. It was also made a movie by Uwe Boll. He made a movie called with Gary Coleman and Gary Oldman, that small guy, small actor Gary Oldman. Gary Oldman, the African-American actor who's really short. Danny DeVito, Ron Jeremy was in it. You know what Ron Jeremy does now for a living? Porn. You know what I find? You know how Mark, Andy Berg, the Sodberg, the guy who started Facebook, remember? How he had passed a rule where you can't do profanity on Facebook? Mm-hmm. Well, now you can. I've seen lots of profanity on Facebook now all the time. Mm-hmm. I guess one point in his life he probably got too drunk, he probably erased that rule, and now people can do it. The Weepers used to be humans. They're like zombies, but they don't eat brains or anything. What they do is, the Weepers, when they get critically sick and before they die, blood starts pouring out of their eyes and their ears. They're called Weepers, that's why. And they have bugs living inside them.